I think I heard it. Hello there,
Hey.
everybody.
Oh.
Welcome to the Mystic Tavern, the only place that will promise to stop buffering for the rest of the video.
Oh,
You
nice. I like
had-
that. That was cool. That was good.
You had to jinx it.
Why? What happened?
No, nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Can,
Oh,
can you
God.
imagine if that was it? That was it. We've got
Okay,
stream
let's
after
just
this.
get through the recap quickly. So,
Everyone say
last time.
Oh
yeah.
No
Yes,
matter.
we bounce up and down now.
No matter, Grey, do nothing.
What do you mean do nothing? I was just
How
talking.
dare
You didn't
they?
say
I did say
Everybody say,
Right,
oh.
right.
Okay, should we do it like 3, 2, 1? Did it work?
Yeah.
You are funny children.
Hey, there we go.
Yay.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh, it looks
again.
so good.
All those views we had, we suddenly
Okay.
lost them.
Let's actually do a recap. So, last time, the group annoyed some kobolds, entered Brian Chander, and started their quest to save the mermaid from the Savior Company, including talking to a tabaxi called Timber with his the two humans that are with him that also work for the company. This included pubs. This included a bat flying to sneak up on them, and Nomad becoming extremely confident out of nowhere. And having glasses on, I think.
Yes.
We will continue our game around 5 or 6-ish in the afternoon, as the 4 that were near the town hall finally see Lyle and Larkin in the distance, about to reach them. And from there, we continue.
Cue ambience.
Dun, 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 dun.
There we go.
We need to get together another 40 gold.
40 gold shouldn't be too hard.
Well, why don't we all go sit someplace and talk about what our next move is?
Oh, hold on a second. Larkin, we've just come. How did it go exactly?
Well, we need to gather some coinage so that we can get a good first look.
Yeah, I got us a viewing, but it costs money to have almost like a down payment in case something goes wrong.
Well, while I was on my drunken stupor, I wasn't just stropping. I was thinking. And I realized we have some things to talk about. We need to know things like, can the mermaid breathe out of water? If it can survive out of water, how long can it survive for? If we do get the mermaid, how are we going to transport it out of town without people noticing, unless we actually buy it? So, the one thing I thought of that solves all of our issues, including our money problem, is we ambush them before they get to the village. We won't have any problem with the guards as long as we cover our faces. We can steal the cart they're using to transport it, so we won't have to worry about how we're going to move the mermaid around. We won't have to worry about if the mermaid can breathe or if it can't breathe, because I assume they would have provided adequate equipment to transport it. And it gives us time to get away before anybody else catches up to us.
Yeah.
There's one slight problem I see with your idea, Larkin. You say to ambush the buyers or whoever comes before the auction, correct? Or am I misinterpreting what you're saying?
Yeah, before they get to the city to store the mermaid or to sell the mermaid.
Okay, well, number one, the mermaid is already in the city because otherwise Nomad wouldn't have been able to get a viewing.
Oh no,
Number two,
No,
we don't know where these buyers are coming from, and there's going to be buyers from all sorts of different places. It's not just going to come from one source. How are we going to be able
Niall,
to...
sorry, that they're not actually here yet. We're still waiting for them to arrive.
Oh, the way you
Um,
were talking, it was
This
if
is-
they were already here.
this
Okay,
is
my
true.
apologies.
they're not in 10 towns at the moment. If they were in 10 towns, there'd be more rumors. We're all close together. When stuff like this, when things like this happen, it's things end up spreading quite fast. So we know that they're not we know that they're not in 10 towns yet. There's
Hmm.
only one way in and out of 10 towns if you're if you're trying to get here, if you're not already here, and that is 1 second. That is the 10 towns trail, the 10 trail. Sorry, it's
Okay.
uh, it goes through the mountains into 10 towns. There's this quite specific bit where it's quite narrow. So if we camp out there, we should be able to get up top. So we have vantage points. So we can ambush them.
Okay.
I'd rather not go out into the wilderness for a night. I also don't particularly relish in the idea of ambushing people that are just doing their job.
What entrance would they be entering from into Brian Shander? Do you know, Larkin?
I think they'd be entering through the southwest entrance.
Southwest, okay. Well, we know Nomad is not for this. Me personally, I'm happy to go along with whatever the group decides, whatever we think is best.
Just because we're ambushing them doesn't mean we have to do anything nasty to them. It just means we have to get them away from the mermaid, away from the cart, and then we can leave. Once we've got the cart, we can make a break for it.
We could do, but
They seemed
there's
a bit.
one important person that we need to ask how they think about this. As Lyle turns his head to Lacey.
It seems like a good idea, but like Nomad said, it would be a bit, morally, forgive me for this, gray.
Right. Sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
Not quite.
Well, we're not exactly in a position to do something good. If you guys don't want to be morally grey about this, we might as well raise the 5,000. We might as well find a way to raise the 5,000 gold and just buy the thing. We're going to be breaking her out or stealing her either way, so it's going to be morally grey anyway. But this just provides us with
Larkin, make
a
no
great
mistake,
amount
I
of
very
gold.
much... Sorry, Gray.
It's an auction, right? There's no guarantee that it would be 5,000 gold.
And I very
Maybe
much
more.
would enjoy to see, them, compensated for their selling of a intelligent, being. If you get my meaning.
Could always buy it and then kill them and take the gold back.
Again, I'm not a fan of the just killing people
I
that
think
don't.
it's pretty clear, Gray, that Nomad doesn't want to see anybody hurt doing this. However,
I want to
forgive me
make
for saying this, Nomad, but I think the person that really needs to make the decision is the person who's the most on the line here, or who's the most invested in this, and that would be Lacey.
I would like to see them lose a lot of money. And the best way to do that is to, well, storm them
Give
when
them
they
a
get
lot of
here.
money.
And then, once we do that, in the commotion, we can, take our pick of the nobles' pockets. After all, they're the ones that want to keep an intelligent being as a pet.
The other thing I should mention also is, how in the hell would we be able to raise 5,000 gold in the matter of days? It's a hell of a lot of money.
This is true.
It's not just like you guys are focusing too much on getting back at them and what we could gain. Like if we ambush them when they get here, it means the mermaid spends as little time in captivity as possible. They're already going to lose out on money because they won't be able to sell the mermaid. They'll lose out on the 5,000 gold they would have, maybe the 5,000 gold, maybe more they would have gotten when they sold the mermaid.
Larkin, I think
And
you
plus
misunderstand.
We could always lie
If
and parade as someone who does have the money.
If word gets out that a bunch of nobles were stolen from at the Savior Company's auction, the Savior Company will take a big hit to their reputation.
Yes, but if
They could also
the word's gonna get out anyway that the mermaid was stolen, because when they get here, they won't have it. So they would also take a big hit to their reputation.
What's our goal here? Is it... Sorry.
I think they're covered with that currently. If I'm not wrong, Callum, the person that I spoke to before mentioned that they had something stolen off them, didn't they?
What do you mean? Who?
The little
It's
runner
Inhumans.
person. I
The
forget
humans
their
that was
name.
with Timber.
I think so. Yeah, I think one of them. Didn't they mention that they had something stolen recently?
They had a black eye.
Yeah. I think things generally are quite dangerous when they're out on the road, especially with what they had mentioned recently with the orcs attacking people quite far out of the towns. I'd be surprised if it wouldn't be easier to attack them in the towns where they felt safer. Not attack them, sorry, rob them. Because if they're out on the roads, then they're going to be prepared for people attacking them to kill them and rob them.
Bandits.
Whilst this is true, Nomad, I don't doubt what you're saying. There would also be more witnesses to the crime. We don't exactly want to be caught or seen, do we? Or do we? I mean, it's Lacey's call. She wants us to be seen to send a message.
No.
I'm okay with it.
I want to make sure that you are all safe as well. The only one I don't really care about is myself.
Well, if you guys are set on doing this in the city, there's some things we need to work out.
No. Larkin, I think you have the right idea of it. I think we just need to refine it a little bit.
Okay.
Yes, they may be more heavily guarded on the roads, but it will be much easier to make an escape, and I think that's where your plan is strongest.
Do we know if they're... Sorry, Larkin, go ahead.
If we could find out why he's got a black eye, then maybe we could recruit the people who did that, maybe for a bit of extra muscle in the ambush.
I mean, do we have the money to hire people? I'm not really comfortable about having outside people involved. I don't know about everybody else.
Me neither. I would prefer to keep this to us.
Oh, do
Also,
we really need muscle? Because the nighttime here is very, very dark. If we're more sneaky with it, we could release all their animals, and they have nothing to bring to the auction.
I like your
Hmm.
thinking there.
That's
I was going to say, no one has to get hurt.
that's a good
Everything
idea.
gets released, and they look a bit silly.
So we-
This is quite funny,
So
really.
we wait until they
Hmm.
camp for the night, and then we sneak in.
There's also a good
Yes.
diversion in chaos.
Exactly.
It's
If
true.
everything starts running, they aren't going to be focusing on one thing. They've got to focus on everything.
do we know
I-
what day they're going to come in? Are they coming the day
On
before or day
Saturday.
of?
It's, I'm assuming they're probably arriving on the Friday, probably
Um,
maybe evening, nighttime, because they're going to have to set up. And
Well,
And
that-
today's Wednesday? Is that right, Callum?
it's Wednesday today, yes.
I spoke to the person about this, I believe.
You did.
I think they said that
He did
I
say
had
that
to
they
give
were
them.
arriving Friday.
Yeah, Friday. I had to give them money on Thursday for me to get a viewing on Friday potentially when they arrive.
And
Oh,
yes, it is Wednesday.
So if we do this, I'm assuming we leave tomorrow.
Perhaps we should give them the money
Yes.
anyway, just to cover our tracks a little bit. You know, to say like we absolutely
Yes.
plan on seeing this mermaid.
Get plausible deniability.
Exactly.
I like it. I like it.
That's not a bad idea. Nomad, how much more did you say we needed?
So I it would be all of my gold and some of Lacey's, but we'd need another, I think 20 or 30 gold.
Larkin
You
takes
see
out.
what I've got.
Larkin takes out a pouch of 20 gold and puts it into Nomad's hands.
That's that sorted.
Let's double check and make sure. If another 10 needs to be put in, then I'll contribute.
Well,
If we're doing this, we may need to get you guys face coverings, maybe
Uh-oh.
some sort of bandanas or something like that, just in case we are noticed.
Damn it, Callum.
So we still have at least some sort of backup.
Well,
I mean, we have some people who can change their appearance now.
our stream is currently
That saves
Buffering.
a little bit of.
I was going to say I've got spinning wheel of death on the
Yeah,
stream
I'm
currently.
not sure why that's happening, considering I haven't been disconnected.
Oh shit! Oh
Oh,
no!
there we go. It's back.
Is it?
Wait.
Oh no, now we're disconnected.
Yeah,
Damn it,
we're
Callum,
back
what
now. We're back.
did you
Yeah,
do?
We should be back now.
I made a promise as well.
Alan broke his promise.
that was weird.
Yeah,
So-
that
Callum
was
thinks
weird.
everything.
That was
Oh
weird.
no, buffering again.
No,
No, it's video is buffering. Use the low
Oh my
latency
God.
toggle under the
Hold
advanced menu settings to.
yeah, someone's. There we go.
Someone's DDoSing us.
My,
God.
I'm
We're
watching.
not big enough
I'm
to be
watching my.
DDoSed.
I'm watching my bitrate, and it's going from like 0 up to 9,000 kilobytes a second, and then back down again. When it usually goes
That's
around
weird.
6,000 is usually the average. Okay, we're back to normal now. Yeah.
You can disable you can put on low
It's
latency
fine.
mode in the video settings if you need to.
It's already on there. And we're going back down again. God damn it! What's going on?
No.
No, this says people who are watching can do it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not important. They shouldn't have to. For some reason, my internet is just deciding to stop. Alright. Well, I suppose it's still on the recording, so we might as well just keep talking.
Okay.
Hmm.
Talking.
So what we doing now then, guys?
Well,
we're
if
talking
we've
about
still
plan.
got about. If we still. Oh. We've not decided on the plan yet, have we?
Well, I think Nerf's plan is as good as we're gonna get, but when are we gonna leave? And we were talking about the funding for the plausible deniability.
I mean, I think Nomad, do we need any more gold for it now that Larkin's put another 20 in?
Oh, sorry. I think, so it's everything. So it's 80 plus 40 from Lacey, 120, and then there's
How
we need
much did
30.
we?
20 from, so we need 10 more.
Lyle will chuck over 10 more.
So, let me get this straight. Our plan is to have this meeting with them, and then develop a further plan from there.
No. We pay to set up this meeting. We don't go to the meeting.
Right.
Because they won't have a mermaid by the time the meeting exists.
So why are we paying for the meeting
I
if
think
we're not going to
To
it?
cover our tracks.
We could try and finesse this. If we pay for the meeting, then it shows intention.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And then if we still intend to go towards the meeting, say if I'm able to stay out of the way of this, and potentially Gray and Lacey, who was with me when the guy
I was
saw
here.
us?
I was here.
Gray,
Grey,
Lacey.
Narf.
Gray, Narf, Lacey. Okay. If we're
I
able...
was at the bar. I'm not sure if they noticed me.
No, we brought you along.
He was in a milk coma. It was very easy to get along. If we're able to stay out of the view of this, then we can potentially put down the deposit for a viewing, still wait to go to the viewing, and when they subsequently have nothing there, get our money back.
But,
that does sound quite good.
We'd need to get back to
They'd have to.
We'd need to get back to Bryn Shander before they arrive at Bryn Shander after.
I'm no stranger to camping out. So I could survive out. I could survive out in the 10 trail by myself for at least a couple of days. So if they arrive early, I'd at least get a glimpse of the car and who they're traveling with, how many people and what other things they're traveling with.
How would you contact us?
Maybe I'm not sure how I'd contact you, but if we get some kind of map or something, you guys could meet me there later on. I'll mark it. I'll mark where I'll set up on the map for you, and then you guys can make your way there.
Larkin, that sounds awfully dangerous. How were we to know if...
Sorry, Lacey.
No. It's fine.
I was just going to say, not sure if splitting up the group is a good idea.
No, it's not.
It was just an offer.
Right, so here's the idea. We pay to set up this meeting. We go, we steal the mermaid, we get back to Bryn Shander in time for the meeting, and when we find out there's no mermaid.
There is one flaw that I can see with this plan.
Go on.
If we're not intent on, well, disposing of these people, shall we say, to put it lightly, if they come into town still, they recognise us, then
Only if they see us.
True.
The cleanest way I could see us pulling this off is if we cause some kind of distraction, then kick them off the cart and then and then get away in the cart before they have a chance to do anything else.
Don't we need to see how many of them there are first? What if they're traveling in a big company of 100?
If we can get to higher ground, we can
carts.
probably get a good look at them before we do anything.
And then we'll see what's the backup plan.
Like a stakeout.
We all need a white cloak.
Hmm.
We can hide in the snow.
Callum, may I make a look around to make sure that there is no one watching us?
You can make
Smart
a perception
move.
check.
I'm glad someone
Don't
thought
cushion.
that.
Oh yeah, we are totally just standing out in the fucking open.
12. We did hustle away
You
a little
don't
bit.
see. Like, I'd imagine you guys are not in the middle of a crowd while
Yeah.
talking.
No.
You're a bit to the side. It doesn't look like anyone's watching you. They
Cool.
seem to all be doing their usual
I,
days.
I'm just thinking the last thing we want is for them to catch us and then alert Brian Shander. Then we're on everybody's hit list.
Does anyone have anything?
That's why I said you guys need face coverings.
Does anyone have anything that might help us with stealth?
You guys need to have alternative personas.
It's
A really
kind of
easy way
hard
to-
for us to need to have.
Oh, there goes the fucking stream again. Oh boy.
To crouch down in the
right,
snow.
okay.
And I just
I see a goddamn it.
It didn't die. I thought it would be down for longer, but no, it came back. Alright. I don't know why this keeps happening. It's a problem. Fuck's sake.
What? Oh, has it gone down again?
It's back, we're back. It's just, I put in all this effort and it don't even fucking want to work. Stupid fucking thing.
Yeah, maybe it's because of the.
No, it's my internet.
That
My internet's been
okay.
shit all week.
Uh,
Ugh.
what provider are you with? Let's name and shame.
Virgin. Richard Branson. Seriously, sort your shit out, mate. You fucking bastard. Technical difficulties, be right back. Alright, there we go.
Why don't I have the music on?
There we go.
We all good?
We
Yeah.
alive, Ellie?
Yeah, I think so. Yep, we are.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah.
do not swear.
For now.
That's
Anyway.
still but
Oh, hold on, have I fucking DC?
no.
No,
I
just
made
us.
a mistake. I made a mistake. I'm fixing it.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we have at least an outline of what we're doing, and we've got time to refine it, shall we say? I guess we should make some preparations.
Should we head to the North Look, see if they've got any jobs going that head out in that direction, because then at least we have an excuse to head that way.
That's not a bad idea.
I'd be up for that.
Because they might provide some equipment too to help us blend into the snow if they've got any hunting issues, jobs as such.
That's a good idea.
That's not a bad idea at all.
Before we leave, you should at least go in and check on your dad, Nuff, because if something happens, we might not have a chance to come back.
But that's a few hours to Tourmaline. We
Oh, sorry.
we're gonna spread that.
I thought you came from here. Sorry.
Oh, no. We're not that big of a city. I mean, I do look like one of those people, yes, but no. We're not in the capital city, unfortunately. We're in Tourmaline. It's the fourth biggest city in 10 towns. It's quite a good place for the shop, but yes, no. Thank you for your concern, though.
I can imagine the rent here is outrageous.
Yes, I can believe so.
What is rent?
It's like when you pay to, like when you rent a tavern room to stay for the night.
Oh.
It's like that, but on a more permanent basis.
Oh,
Every month.
Okay, so PSA real quick about the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I've turned off low latency mode, and it seems to have fixed it like by a lot. So.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that was
excellent.
It.
Yeah. There's something I would like to do while we're here in Bryn Shander. I believe Zook and Charlie were coming here.
Yes.
Yes, they should be at the Northlook.
I need to go talk to them about something. So.
Right.
If anybody else would like to come along, you're welcome to.
I'm assuming we're going to see what work there is.
Yes.
It's a good place to head to, yes.
Oh, I'm not sure if this would help, but Freya is able to change, so we can use that if we need to.
What can she change into?
A bird, and she can change into like a turtle or a fish.
Oh.
That's good
Very
to know.
specific.
She's
I was about to say.
She's
Did
pretty.
Did she tell you what she turns into?
It's weird. She doesn't really talk. I just know.
Huh. Okay.
I mean,
a very weird animal.
She grew this big overnight. So she doesn't seem to be. She seems to be really friendly and happy.
It's an extremely weird animal.
Lexi just eyes Freya.
Freya
She
just
seems
seems to be
friendly, so
cleaning her
it's fine.
fur.
It's all cool.
If I can give her somewhat decent commands. So if she spot, so that might help a bit.
Niall, you've done some scouting with your pet, haven't you? In the past.
Was that towards Larky or me?
It was towards you.
Niall.
Yes. Marion's very good at it.
Can it see in the dark?
You reckon she should?
Oh, fishbowl. Sorry, didn't hear what you said there. Yeah.
Beautiful now.
Yeah, much better now.
Okay. Do you want Marion to scout out a little bit ahead then?
That might be wise. Yeah, you never know.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Freya can also see in the dark in bird form if that's useful.
Why not have both?
If I do have Freya in bird form, it means she won't be able to join us on the ambush, though.
I'm sure we can handle ourselves, right?
I'm pretty sure a bird can be quite distracting,
That's true.
flapping around and whatnot. Cause all sorts of havoc. They won't be
Squawking.
able to look down if they're looking up.
I feel like a wolf also will be something that people in a caravan would be looking out for in the wilderness.
Yes, we're
You never suspect a bird.
rather fortunate that Freya
A
can
pigeon
chase
is surprisingly stealthy. No one suspects a pigeon.
You just see Freya nodding. Like the
I know you're laughing at me, Narf, but genuinely, pigeons are everywhere, and they're just... You never really recognise the same one twice.
I will
You have
say-
some good logic there. Yes. They're
I will
everywhere.
say that Marion has never been seen because, you know, she can be invisible and whatnot. So that helps.
That's very good.
Does she make any noise?
She's rather quiet.
Can she make noise?
I mean, yes, she can.
Okay. Just an invisible thing making noise could be very distracting also.
It's true.
They won't be able to see her, no idea what's happening, and all the stuff's going everywhere.
That actually gives me a little bit of an idea.
I'm glad it has done.
Yes, I mean, having an invisible thing land on you and not knowing what it is.
That's very creepy.
Well, it is creepy, but, you know, we've got to put out all the stops here, don't we?
Yes. Not really, exactly. It's a very good idea. I like it.
This is not an easy task.
No, it's not.
They're fortunate to have such creatures among us.
Indeed.
Do you
should we head over to the Northlook while we're having this conversation?
Yeah.
Yes, I think we should.
Okay. You all make yourself scarce of the town hall area as you move over to Northlook. Seeing that some of the lights have changed colour now. We now got a blue, purple, and red.
Oh.
Maybe they've switched to their evening colours.
I like it.
The Northlook is very loud inside. You can actually see through the window. There seems to be a large crowd around a specific table. And to the side, you actually see Zook and Charlie seem to be chatting to each other.
Ooh.
They're not the centre of attention. Sure.
They are not the centre of attention.
Oh, there they are. Shall we go say hello?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Make my way over.
Everyone
All
just
right.
follows Gray.
Awkward school shuffle behind the parent.
To the quest board.
Oh, Larkin's
You're going to go over to the quest board.
I'm going. I'm not sure about if everybody else is going, but I'm going to head over to the quest board.
Lyle will follow, and before we go, actually no, I'm going to keep Marion invisible.
Okay, we'll
Lacey will
start
go
off
with
with the
Gray.
people with Zook, and then we'll go over to Lark and Lau at the board. So as you guys walk up, you actually see that Charlie seems to be holding on to what looks like one of the missions itself. You just see Zook going, "Look, you've only recently learned how to punch somewhat properly. Not properly, somewhat. Do you really think we should do this? This is a stupid idea. But it will really help the people. Yes, I know it will.
I think
But
you should
so
do it.
is killing off a few more, I don't know, wolves in the forest. That's... Actually, I don't know if that helps much. That might ruin a bit of the ecosystem. Oh, look, hello.
Hello. Good to see you guys. Glad to see you made it here okay.
Easy peasy.
Indeed. I see you're taking a look at the quest board. Is there anything good?
Oh, well, Charlie's apparently picked up the mission for Goodmead. You know, you heard about the mead hall in the newspaper getting destroyed. There's no reward on it, and he thinks, oh, we can do it anyway because we're good people. It's like, yes, we could, but there's no reward on it, man. Also, it's a giant. Have you ever tried to kick a giant? It's very difficult.
but the people are good meat are they're suffering. They've got no meat. Have you tried
Yes,
the
I know.
meat?
That's
It's very
the only
nice.
reason I haven't put the poster back yet.
Well, I mean, I'm more than happy to help.
Perhaps the quest will be its own reward. Who knows?
Especially if they have a bottle going.
That doesn't prove anything. There could be nothing there. Anyway, good to see you guys made it here as well. Have a seat,
Yes.
have a seat. Ignore the ruckus over there.
Sure thing.
Do you know what's happening over there?
Oh, some drow fellow is selling items. Well, weapons.
Ooh. What kind of weapons?
Oh, it's just the regular old weapons, but with some fancy metal attached to it.
I am already leaving.
Nomad spends all of
Nomad
our
walks
funds. Nomad
Oh, he
sales,
looks
more like
interested.
Nomad sells.
Okay, we'll get right back to you, Nomad. Okay, he looks excited.
Sorry, forgot.
That's alright, I was just about to mention it.
So, are the rest of you going to sit down?
Yes.
Sure. I will sit.
Yeah. Lacey sits too.
Yeah, North will sit down as well. Although
So,
he does keep
we're all
did you
sitting.
manage to capture the serial killer in the end?
Oh yeah, we killed him.
Wow, nicely done.
He's dead.
I was expecting a different reaction, but okay.
Had his throat ripped out by the wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Looks at Freya.
What a way to go.
You're telling me.
Yeah. No less deserving though. You know, we asked you where we left. About the Savior Company.
Oh, yeah.
And you said you probably think it's pretty bullshit that they're allowed to sell things. Intelligent creatures.
I mean, I haven't got all the facts straight, but yeah, if what you say is true, I'd call it hot shit.
Yeah. Great, you came to ask them something, didn't you?
I wanted to talk to Charlie actually.
Oh, me?
You were yes. You're a priest of sorts, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I
am. What god was it that you
I worship
served?
Lathander, the goddess of rebirth and renewal.
Ah. That's interesting. Does can I have a look at your holy symbol for a second?
I don't see why not.
Thank you. You can have
Takes
a
it
look
off
at
and
mine
passes
if you
it.
like while I'll pass him over my my
Oh,
saloon one.
They're
Sure.
not Pokemon cards.
got need.
Ah, so this is saloon, correct?
Saloon, that's right, yes.
We were sitting in a
The
saloon.
Night White Lady. Our Lady of Silver. Yes, I seem to vaguely recollect somebody, somebody with a symbol like this. And it is, what does the symbol look like, Callum? The Lathander
It
one.
looks like a sun and there's a path going towards it.
Ooh. Yes, do you know many other Do you know anybody near? Wait, where was it that I saw this symbol, Callum? It was which town? Where did I start off? What town did I start off in?
You started off in Targos,
Targos, right? Do you know?
but
Wait, isn't that where we encountered these guys?
That's where we encountered these guys, and it's where we beat the shit out of the murderer.
Yeah. Because that was the nearest town, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Do you know any other Lathander worshippers near Targos? Perhaps one who...
not in Targos, but we have a whole church here. Unless
do you know perhaps
there-
any that live nearby to Targos? Perhaps in a domicile nearby it, outside the walls?
No. By any chance, are you looking for someone specifically?
Not well. All I know of is the symbol.
Don't get your hopes up. I can get my hopes up.
But yes, I was looking for someone. Someone who has that same holy symbol.
Is it someone called Macredus?
I don't know. Possibly. Who is this Macredus?
Oh, Macredus used to be the one that ran the church.
And does he say
but
it's high noon a lot?
Oh, I was gonna make that joke. No, it says
I believe when they made this book,
it's sunrise.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Because they're
And it's a
Lathander.
sunburst as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
God, that is too close. That's annoying. Anyway, he used to run the church, but I think a couple months ago, he left, saying he was given a mission from his god that he must complete.
That sounds about right. Do you know where he went? Was it towards Targos?
He did go somewhere northwestish. I don't know where he ended up. I'm actually one of the reasons I wanted to train is so I could finally find him.
Right. Well, I may wish to aid you in that. So I have a reason to find him myself.
Oh, that would be great.
Great.
Yes. I don't wish to go into the reasons right now, but yes, there's something I perhaps need to thank him for if I find him again.
Oh, he's a great man. Don't see why not.
Well, thank you for the information.
Ask him for information. I was going to say, I was just about to swap over.
Yeah, no worries.
Zoom. Larkin, you're at the board. It looks like the classic Hearthstone board. You see a lot of the missions have already been taken off. There's one that seems to be talking about 5 gold per pair of glowing reindeer antlers. There's one that's just basically looking after some people that go to East Haven. Must protect. There was a space for good meat. It seems like there's 3 of them put up in different locations on the board.
Which one is the closest one to where we're heading?
None of them specifically say going southwest, which would be the gate. But you do recollect that reindeers can be found that way.
I'm gonna.
If you wish to hunt down some reindeers.
I'm gonna
And
take that quest.
One
That was
other.
what?
Why can't I find it?
Take your time.
It can't have been important, so move on.
Well, this one seems the closest.
I was hoping for something a little more exciting, but if it does the job, it does the job.
I think we should. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Nuff lives in East Haven, doesn't he? This is. I'm asking out of game.
What,
Narf
Narf?
lives in Termaline.
Termaline, okay, so I don't need to pick up the East Haven one. I keep on forgetting, okay?
He literally just told you.
I know.
Oh, I love it.
So I'm gonna pick up the one about the reindeer horns, roll it up, put it in my inside pocket, and then go and walk over to the table if Lyle doesn't have any problem with that.
No, I don't have a problem with that. Let's go and see.
Oh, that's what the other one was. Shoot. There's one that's willing to pay.
Hang on. What's that one over there?
Oh, look, it's suddenly got a sparkle over it. Woo!
It's new.
Yeah, someone literally just put it up.
It's got a big exclamation mark above it in yellow.
It does. No. This one's actually in blue. It's from a
It's a
not
daily
noble
quest.
family.
It's a
but
repeat
high
one.
family in Brian Chandler called the Bluebeards.
What does it say?
It seems to be talking about their son that's been ill for quite a while. You might remember it from the newspaper.
We ain't no doctors.
They recently had a doctor come along, and they said it's not a disease, it's a curse. And they're willing to pay a large sum of money for anyone that could find the doppelganger that has caused this doppelganger curse upon the son.
I'm going to quickly take that one and roll it up, put it in the same pocket.
Okay.
Just to say this quietly, Larkin, I'm not sure if Narf's friend, shall we say, would be best pleased us taking that quest, but I don't mind. Just a little heads up.
Yeah, Noth's friend is the reason why I'm taking it.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. You going back over to the table?
Yep.
We'll go over to Nomad. Nomad, you suddenly got to the back of a large group of people. You kind of see this this rather good-looking drow showing off all of his wares. He seems to have spears, axes.
All these things.
They all seem to be a
so
familiar
pretty.
type of metal, a lot like the one Lyle found in the Ramjackal.
Oh.
The magic metal.
They stole our metal.
These are the best type of weapons, everybody. Come on, come on. They are cheaper than the average weapon as well.
Why
When you
are
get
they?
a hit in, they'll be all dazzled, and you will be able to get another hit in for the win. I know you all would prefer to win.
You're selling them for cheaper than normal weapons, but they're better than normal weapons?
Indeed they are, good sir. I have been able to create these weapons by my own hands for cheaper than making actual normal weapons, so I can sell them for cheaper without losing much profits.
Smart.
How are you able to create them, may I ask? I'm quite intrigued. These look like fine weapons, and I am intrigued to the process.
Unfortunately, good sir, that would be a secret. I'll no longer be able to sell them for so cheap if others knew.
Understandable. May I inspect one of your weapons, please?
Of course, of course. What would you like to look at?
I'll take one that's big, so you know that me and my tiny arms aren't going to be able to run off with them. How about that?
That sounds like a fair argument. Here is a warhammer. He just puts it in your hands.
I've heard these are really expensive.
I'm just gonna.
They cost even more.
I can't really move with this, so I'm just gonna stand here. I'm just gonna stand here and inspect it. I'm gonna start inspecting it just casually off to the side. I'm just gonna take out a little quill and start just doing a little few like drawings of it. Be like, oh, that's impressive.
Also, be careful. Do not touch the actual metal itself.
Why?
Just hold on to the actual hilt.
Why?
Well, when you hit people, it dazzles them. If you touch the metal, it's going to dazzle you.
Okay, now I'm very intrigued. I'm gonna try and like put a pearl in my palm and with the quill just writing a little bit and see if I can mumble under my breath and just cast Identify over the course of 10 minutes.
No.
Just, oh, that's a very impressive warhammer. And I'm going to identify by etching this little symbol into this piece of parchment. That's such a big warhammer!
He kind of just looks over to you. Is it? I'm going to keep my eye on you. Don't you walk off.
Don't you worry.
Sir. I see
I
you
literally
found a weapon
can't.
you like. He seems to be leaving you to your devices there.
Oh, just going to inspect it. Cast my Identify.
Okay, I'll let you know when 10 minutes is over.
No worries.
Back to the group. Larkin, Lau, you've joined them.
Alright, so I found one. It says, and he reaches out to his pocket, unrolls it and puts it on the table. We have to collect some glowing antlers. There's, I heard there's some deer down in the mountains.
That sounds like a good enough cover story. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, and
A cover story? A cover story for what?
Nothing. We just I'm trying to teach them to survive in the wild. They're kind of embarrassed. They don't want anybody to know.
It'll be our first time camping outside. We're trying to pretend to, not give away that we don't know what we're doing.
You should have saw Charlie on his first day doing that. I wasn't that bad. It's just very cold. Oh shit!
Not a fan of blizzards.
No, ever since they were brought...
No, they're not fun. I wouldn't recommend tenting out in a blizzard.
Ever since they were bought out by Activision, it's gone downhill.
Oh, damn.
I'm going to lean over to Narf and put this one in front of him, it's the double ganger one.
Are you only showing off?
I'm putting it in front of you, and I'm gonna be like, I'm not sure if I should show anyone else, but what do you think?
I did go AFK to pee whilst Lyle and Larkin were looking at the notice board, so I missed out on half of these. I'm sorry.
By the way, guys, where's Nomad?
Oh, he's over there in the video.
Nomad's identifying a weapon.
Can we see Nomad?
Yes.
Do I recognize the weapon or the material?
You do. It looks a lot like the metal you have in your bag that you got from the ramshackle.
I'm going over.
I'll walk over.
Okay, looks like you're going to get interrupted in a minute.
I'll leave.
Alright, we'll get back to you two in a second.
I'll leave Narf with the quest to give it a look over and discuss with his friend.
I'm just going to nip to the loo, guys. I'll be back in a bit. As Narf's going to leave the table and hopefully head to a toilet or some sort.
Okay. You go running off to the toilet.
So he's going to read over the thing. What you like? Have you ever heard of the blue? Have you ever heard of the Bluebeards?
Yes, they're quite a high up family here in Bryan Shander.
Yes. Have you heard what's happened to their son?
This is the first time I've heard of it. It
That's,
says the doppelganger's curse.
yes. What?
That means it's been pretty close to 6 months.
I'm sorry. What do you mean it's been very close to 6 months?
When one of us doppelgangers take on the form of somebody, if we stay in that form for 6 months, the person we're intimidating will eventually die.
Oh.
It's we doppelgangers have very short lifespans. We only live for like a year, maybe 2. But when we're impersonating someone, the life extends. We're kind of, in a way, absorbing them.
Oh, so does...
It's part of the reason why a lot of people see us as evil creatures.
That explains a lot more. Yes, I understand. So there's a doppelganger out there currently impersonating the Bluebeard's son?
Yes, it seems it.
Would there be any way to track one of you to find out where he is and perhaps get him to change into someone else?
As I am able to identify normally who is a doppelganger, it's a written rule. Well, not written, an unspoken rule between us that we do not reveal each other.
Yes, of course.
I hope you don't mind. I understand this is a serious matter, but...
No, yes, I can understand that. That's just... It's how you stay alive, I
promise
suppose.
I would never go as far as 6 months, though, with some disguise I have.
I believe you. You seem genuine. So, is there any telltale signs that give it away a bit more, other than just seeing him not being
For
the one laying down?
4 months, you wouldn't even know somebody was taking your identity.
Oh.
A month after that, so going up to the 5, you'd start getting like coughs, maybe some sweats. But after the 5 months, your body essentially starts to deteriorate. You have no energy. Just slowly pass away.
Dear. Dear indeed. So he probably doesn't have much time left.
Well, he's got around a month, probably less than a month if he's been sick for a while.
That's not good news at all, though.
No.
Oh, this is gonna difficult. I mean, we might have to go visit the Bluebeards so we can get a look at the sun. So if we see him again, we'll know which one he is. And
It sounds like a plan.
I'd like for him to change to someone else, but then will he just remain as them as well? That's just something I suppose we'd have to discuss when we get to it. Thank you for the information, and that's quite helpful.
It's okay. If you need information, I am here.
It's good, I'm glad. Okay, I should best head back to the table. I don't want them thinking I've got a funny stomach.
Okay, sounds like
it wouldn't sound too good. Okay. Thank you, yes.
I don't really like sitting here in the toilets anywhere with someone.
Oh, but excuse me. Oh, I thought we were just having a nice, pleasant chat. I hope there was no one else in here. I should have checked.
No, that's...
Because it's fine for you. They can't hear you. They can hear me. I'm the one that sounds crazy now.
I don't think I can even... Wait, can I go to the toilet? No.
I don't know.
Why would I?
Okay. I don't know. I will let you know if the blade ever feels wet.
Like. Dagger pee.
Alright, so you make your way back in. While you was doing that, Lyle was going over to Nomad, who was definitely not identifying.
He wasn't. He was going to go over to Nomad, and then does he see whoever was selling the weapons with the
Yes, you
special
do see the
metal?
drow.
I'm going to go towards the drow.
Hmm.
Those are some interesting weapons you're selling there. Would you be able to describe to me exactly what they are?
They are weapons made by a unique metal called Shaladin.
Sheldon. What makes them unique?
Ah, well, when you touch them, it almost like in a way kind of poisons you. So imagine if it's just a touch. Imagine what if you hit someone with it. For a few seconds, they will be not at their fullest. And in the heat of battle, a few seconds is all you need to victory.
So if I was to touch this metal, shall we say, would it have that effect, or would there have to be intent behind using it?
No, it was 99 out of 100 people will be affected by this metal.
That's
What?
very, very interesting. As Lyle was going to take out the, is it the same or similar metal that he had? He's going to take it out, sort of fling it, catch it. It's funny because I came across a similar metal in my travels, shall we say. He's not going to hand it over, but he's going to hold it out to show him.
Oh, wow. And by the looks of it, you're not affected. You're very lucky. You're 1 in 100. A lot like myself.
9 out of 10 dentists recommend.
That's what I was thinking.
See, this is what confuses me. If it's so special, why I'm not affected. I may be able to
I mean,
part ways with this with you, but there's something I need to ask you. There's some information I need, which is important to me. Are you able to at least hear me out?
I have pointy ears and they are up. Please talk away.
Well, when I was on my way to what was the opening town? I forgot the fucking name of it.
Lonelywood.
Hollywood.
When I was on my way to Lonelywood on my travels, I came across some very strange dwarfs who wanted to speak to me. Problem is I don't speak Dwarvish. I'm not exactly the best when it comes to languages, shall we say.
You kind of see like the elf speak in another language. Nomad, you understand it as Dwarvish.
Oh
You
yeah,
understand Dwarvish.
I do.
Yeah, it kind of
Dwarvish.
sounded like that. Yeah.
I see.
I've been trying to perhaps track them down and sort of, try and find a way to understand what they said. My only lead at the moment is this metal. He sort of flings it up, catches it, flings it up, catches it. Would you happen
Wow,
to
you're
know?
really just throwing that around, aren't you?
Well, it's not affecting me, is it?
This is
Would
true.
you happen to know where this metal comes from? Where you were able to mine it? I have no interest in selling this thing. I just need a lead to try and find these people.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Larkin is going to make an insight check on this guy. He's not like directly
You're
behind.
over at the other table currently.
I swear I said I was going with him.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay, then you're behind him. Go ahead.
お前らもう死んでる。
Yeah, I'm gonna make an insight check to see what he's.
Oh
if
my
what he
god,
said is
natural
true.
one.
A natural 1.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even though you say you're not going to use any of it, I'd prefer to get as many resources for myself.
Okay, I want to make an insight check.
That's fair, I suppose. I mean, it was worth a shot. I respect what you're saying. You don't want to have competition and all. Thank you for your time. Anyway, hope you sell many of these things. It seems like my friend over there is very intrigued, so maybe you'll have a customer. And as
Yeah,
Lyle
I mean,
goes,
I don't think he's going to buy that.
I know him. He might do. And as Lyle walks off, he's going to telepathically say to Marion, "We're going to follow that guy and we're going to make him tell us."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, eyes on the prize. We're
You
supposed to be
Lyle's
robbing a
evil.
company.
How
Would you
insane.
distract it?
Day.
Yeah, a day to get all this
Marion
done.
nods. What about you, good sir? He kind of like looks at you, Larkin.
Oh,
I see you've got a bow on your back. How about an arrow?
What?
Look at that, a little bit of metal on the tip.
I heard you say this was cheaper than normal weapons. What
Correct, it is.
guarantee do I have that it's the same? It's the same or of better quality?
Rating
Hey,
standards
big fella over
here.
there. Yes, you. You see this guy look over there? What? Over here. Be a demonstration once again. I'll give you another silver. Okay. You kind of see this rather big guy kind of waddle over. Touch
Human?
the tip of this arrow. And you kind of see him touch the tip of the arrow. And then he just shakes his head. His eyes, he keeps blinking. He looks... It's only for a few seconds, let's say, around. But he looks off, like he's not on full game. As you can see, the effects don't last very long, but... Imagine if he
Heroin
was
like
attacking you.
arrows.
You'd prefer him like that than in his proper form.
How
Here's your
many?
silver. Thanks.
If I gave you 20 arrows, how many arrows will I get back?
Ooh. 25?
Well, deal, and I'll shake his hand.
Something's up with this.
It's lucky I use a bow. Here you go.
So 20 arrows.
Alright.
That's definitely fish.
What's definitely fish?
This man is fishy.
Hmm.
Well, I've still got 20 arrows left, and they're worth a try.
Like, there's got to be something in it for him if he's giving you more than you give him.
Like getting fake currency, isn't
Alright,
it?
so Jacob,
His
so you understand the effect.
crypto arrow.
When you hit something, they must make a DC 13 Constitution save if you hit something with that arrow. And if they fail, they are poisoned until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So the poisoned effect, essentially.
So DC 15 con
So
save.
keep an eye on the 25, though, because they will disappear.
Okay.
These are not regainable.
Arrows.
So, Nomad,
Hello.
you can finish your identifier. Could you roll me an Arcana check?
Oh, I can, of course. Arcana check as well. Ooh. That's not very good. I never roll good on these. That's a 12.
You first discover that this isn't a magic item of sorts, so you can't identify exactly what it is. But you do get the idea of the similar kind of effects that I just told you with the poison itself. The metal just seems to be naturally like this.
That's weird. Okay. Well, I'd like to put this back, but I can't lift it.
Please, someone lift, please.
So this is someone else's deal now. I'm curious.
See the guy come back over.
Do you have any
You done?
just like an ingot of it, or just like a small amount?
No. I do not sell the ingots. Much better profit to make them as weapons.
No, these are cursed. These are cursed.
If they were cursed, then I don't know if I would have picked it up.
I bet if you kill someone with it, it sucks their soul out and gives them to like some sort of fucking lich man.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. How much is it?
What, this hammer?
Yeah.
You can take this for 12 gold.
Ooh, that's a lot of money for something I can't pick up. Very sorry. Bye-bye. And I walk away.
Would you not like something smaller, perhaps?
No.
We have daggers.
No.
They're a gold.
Oh.
Okay, I give up. That's my
Willpower. I rolled a 7. I go back.
Damn it.
Oh, you've come back.
So
I'll
close.
trade you my dagger for a dagger.
I mean, that technically means... Okay.
My dagger for 2 daggers?
Just, here's a dagger, give me a dagger. Make sure you don't touch the metal bit and just hold on to the handle.
Okay.
You can't
I
see him
will.
pass it over to you.
Reapy metal dagger.
Callum,
you.
just a quick question.
Yes.
I think I already know what the answer is going to be, but assuming I'll roll a natural 1, there's no way that I'll be able to try and bargain with this guy anymore, is there?
I mean, if you change what the bargaining is, you might be able to, but if it's the same thing, not much of a chance.
Okay, Lyle's gonna walk back over. You know,
Oh, wise choice.
I don't have that much. Well, could be interesting actually. Would you be able to perhaps make something with this this equipment? You must be at least curious as to why I can hold this without any side effects.
Not really, you're just very lucky.
Halflings be like.
I see what's going on. Okay, fair enough. I'll walk back. Frustrated.
No daggers? Okay.
It's not really daggers I need, but...
Sickles? I have a single sickle, because I was experimenting. How about a spear? I can break it in half, so it's more your size.
There's always one with the jokes.
It's
For
just
that
an
one.
arrow.
I can't help but smile at that. How much would it cost?
The spear will cost... Oh, I lied. It is not my cheapest item. This is the cheapest item of only 5 silver. Turns out apparently daggers cost more than spears.
Really?
What's the cheapest item? Spears are.
Apparently.
Okay, how about I give you a gold, and I'll take the spear and the information that I asked for. So you're making double your money.
5 silver for information that could make me lose lots.
I assure you, I have zero interest in making money from this. What would I have to do to reassure you that I am not going to try and undercut your business?
You could also give me the piece of metal you already have.
Information first, and then I'll give the metal. I'm not sure if I trust you.
Ah, wise man. Come closer.
Lyle, come closer.
Steals the
Closer.
metal.
Sorry, I'll get closer down to you.
No worries.
You're looking for the dwarves, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where their main base is, but I've seen a lot of them down near the Kelvin Khan.
Let me write that down. Where would that be? I'm not local to 10 towns. I'm an outsider, so.
It would be northeast from here. It would take a little while. I would recommend going to Caer Konig and then going northwest from there. It's a lot safer than going through the valley.
Okay, that's.
But then again, if you're looking for those dwarfs, you're not looking for much safety anyway. You like pat you on the back.
No.
Metal, please.
Looks like I'm not. And I'm very happy with that information. Here you go. He doesn't toss it, but he hands over the metal.
Thank you, thank you.
Nice doing business with you.
Now,
And same to you.
does the drow hold the metal with his bare hand, or?
He does.
Oh,
Wait, this is Drow? I missed
he is
that
a
bit.
drow, yeah.
So it's nothing to do with halfling, it's something else.
Do I see?
All right, so
do I see Lyle hand the metal over to this dude?
yes,
I'm going to take like a cloth or something, or like a tissue or something like that. Snap off one of the arrowheads, wrap it up in the tissue, and hand the metal over to Lyle, being like, "Here's another piece of metal if you need another one." As he hands a wrapped up arrowhead over to Lyle.
Thank you. Thank you, Larkin. I may need it in future, and yeah, thank you. And Lyle will say telepathically to Mariam, you know, I'm kind of glad I didn't have to force that guy. He was very lucky, though.
Mighty Fury.
you do hear Tiny Fury in your head. That's what they sound like. Was there anything Lacey and Gray wanted to add to their conversation over with Zook and Charlie before they
Really,
come
I
back?
think I've got my the information I needed from Charlie.
I don't think Lacey was going anywhere with what she was saying. Just sort of getting their opinion.
Okay. Well, with that then, I think we could take a break.
Yay!
Yeah, cool.
Cool. I want to go make a cup of tea.
Yeah, it's tea time.
Same.
Tea time.
Right.
Yeah,
Back a
I'll
little
go and
bit.
get a grab.
Bling.
We're back. We're ready. I have a question for all. Do you just want to go to bed now?
What time of day is it?
Good night, Callum.
It's getting to like 7, 8.
Suppose we deserve an early night once in a while.
Yeah, we set off in the morning, I suppose.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry. We set off in the morning, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Someone's gonna have to pay for lights.
Alright, get ready for the scary playlist music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Okay, just so you know, it's the guy here. He's a very nice gentleman. Larkin, you would know the guy here that used to be a bounty hunter himself. It's 2 gold to stay here, if you wish to stay.
I don't have 2 gold anymore.
Don't worry. You can stay with me.
Okay.
Lacey, you're in with me again.
Alright. Sorry, my brother just sent me a picture that
You kind of like see Zook give you an eyebrow, Nomad.
my nephew got stung
Then
by a
nods
bee.
and walks on.
Oh, no. No.
Oh no.
I hate
Lacey
this.
wouldn't know
And
this.
what about Grey and Narf?
You paid for the last one. I'll pay for this room.
Yeah, I'll pay 2 gold for a room.
Listen, when there's only one female in the party, someone's gonna have to bunk up.
I mean, you could all pay for your own rooms and leave Lyle on the street.
I gave all my money to Nomad.
I wish to purchase my own room. I will pay a single occupant's premium if need be.
I've got it ready, by the way, just in case.
Okay.
Alright, I've got 4 spare gold. So, looks like we're buying a room.
That'll work. We'll deal with it.
Okay, so we've bought 4 rooms.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I dropped my phone. No, I dropped my phone. It's fine.
I thought you spat out something.
I now have 6 silver to my name.
It was like the noise that Yoshi makes when he spits out a shell. Bang.
Just specific and niche noise, yeah, everyone knows.
You all get to some rather nice, comfy rooms. Those who are sharing, those who are not. They're almost as nice as the ones that you had in Targos, but 3 gold cheaper. But they do the job perfectly. Is there anything you guys would like to do now you're alone with people? Or are we all sleeping?
I'm just gonna have a little read through my book and chill.
They're just gonna stare out the window angrily. Not angrily, they just frown.
Determined.
When's that bloody thing coming back? Oh shit, I forgot the name. You know, the little dudes. The little dudes that we helped out in the
Chewinga?
Chewinga, yes. When's the Chewinga coming back?
You suddenly see a knocking on the window you're looking through.
Oh, for fuck. Oh. Okay, I open the window.
Just see it waving. It's got something in its hand.
How did it get here? I open the window.
You open the window, you see him kind of jump forward, and he holds out his hands and shows you like a little mask of his face.
I give him a thumbs up and I take it.
There's one issue with this mask, though.
It's tiny.
It fits in his hands.
Yep. Yep.
As in, it's smaller than his actual face.
That's fine. That's fine.
He gives like a thumbs up and then jumps out the window.
Thank you, thank you. I close the window again. Lacey puts it in her pack.
Very handy having a little person that delivers you things.
Is it?
It's probably like a fingernail sized.
What, Lacey's fingernail size or a normal person's finger size?
A normal person, not Lacey's.
That's okay.
Lacey's fingernail could fit over Lyle's face.
Okay.
Furbolg fingernail armor.
Is that your little bit done?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay. What about not Nomad?
I'm just thumbing through
Larkin
my
and Lyle, the elves.
Larkin is going to close his eyes, but every now and again he like opens one, looks over at Lyle, and then closes it again.
Okay. Lyle?
Sleep.
Marion will come out of invisibility and Lyle will have her like sort of snuggle up next to Lyle, like sort of in his hair, like sort of just snuggled up like towards his face, like sort of making her comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
so cute for an evil character.
Yeah, so cute. That's a demon.
I know.
I just saw Lacey, Narf, Grey, and Lyle all jump up at the same time to laugh at that.
Lyle is gonna telepathically. This is gonna be a strange
Sweet whispers.
question, Marion, but can you talk?
You hear an is it Abyssal? Yeah. That's the demonic one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah. You've been rather quiet. No
You've
matter.
never asked me to speak.
Well, let me just say that you don't need my permission to speak. If you want to mention something to me, then
Shut up.
you're more than welcome to.
All right, boss.
Anyway,
I will do this.
Oh no. Gary in demon
Gary
form.
again.
I can't be the only one who doesn't exactly like Larkin constantly looking at me. I mean, I did agree to him to watch over me, but it's becoming rather obsessive of him. It's not.
Shall I stare at him back?
I mean, we don't have to. We just have to keep an eye on him ourselves. He seems very perceptive, shall we say. Don't know how much I'm going to be able to get away with him constantly looking at me. Maybe grey isn't the problem. And I will go to sleep.
Yes.
Okay. And as you go to sleep, you do just hear like little chit chat to yourself. It's like, yeah, this was a good day today. I wonder what I could eat tomorrow. I wonder if there's any insects. Ooh, I do like a good grottabug.
Hey, we're being raided currently. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, what a
Surprisingly-
good time to be raided.
Thank you.
Surprisingly,
Let's
this
move
does
over.
not- Surprisingly, this does not irritate Lyle. Lyle's just constantly smiling.
Oh, thank
Like
you.
background ASMR.
Everyone's commenting on the overlay. They're saying it's really, really cool. And thank you.
Oh, it is.
I've worked
Thank you
really
very
hard
much.
on it the past couple of days. This is our first
Yes,
night
Elliot's put a
using
lot of
it.
work into this.
It's pretty
It
funky.
is amazing.
Funky indeed.
Speaking of
monkey.
amazing, Narf, are you doing anything before you go to sleep?
No. Narf's just going to sort of put Watcher like under his pillow again. Say, you've discovered how to sleep. Again, I hope this helps.
Oh, thank you. Right, time for sleep. Now, how do I shut my eyes again?
Actually, before you do go,
Yes.
do you know much about the Ten Trowel and the area down south of all the mountains?
Oh, do you mean the spine of the world? Yes.
I
have been here a while.
Did you just
I don't know what's
give me a bit
changed
of a-
over the time I've been trapped.
Oh, that's true. But if you have any general information of that area, that could be of some use to us for tomorrow.
Hmm.
I know
I'll
I
get
think
some notes
the red
together
run
for tomorrow.
flows through. Yes, that would be quite useful. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. It's best to head to sleep then. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay. And Gray.
I got a room to myself, didn't I?
You did indeed.
Cool. Possibly a mistake, but I'll go with it. Yeah, I'll just, if there is a lock to the door, I will lock the door. And
You can go over, lock the door.
and I will go to
What a
sleep.
fantasy.
What a fantasy world we live in.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to sleep.
Yeah, not really anything I want
You
to do.
didn't lock the window.
You fool.
Someone small could
Oh,
hide in.
you fool.
I'm to Misty step into Gray's room.
All right.
Can't look out
You know
teleporters,
what
bitch.
time it is now that everyone's asleep?
Nightmare time.
Nightmare time.
It's
Oh, here we
dream
go.
time. So, Gray,
Oh,
shit.
this is unusual.
Oh, I think this is the first dream sequence I've had in one of Callum's games.
it is. So,
Ooh.
you seem to be laying in a bed somewhat similar to the one you're in right now.
Oh no, this isn't a dream, is it?
No, this is definitely a dream. You
Okay.
kind of look around. Seems to be in some kind of wooden cabin.
Oh, similar to that one, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
What would you like to do? You're in a small room by yourself.
Okay. I guess I will get up out of the bed and take a look around.
You kind of have a look around the room. There seems to be like a little desk. Seems to be a drawing of some man, along with what looks to be a bunch of his, I guess you could say, followers. They all seem to be worshipping Lathander.
Yep.
The
Does
middleman
one of them look like Charlie by any chance?
You do see a drawing of what seems to be like a younger Charlie.
Okay.
Oh,
this is
okay. Can I look at myself? How do I appear in this dream?
You kind of look at your hands. Interestingly, you're not grey.
Then who am I?
You got a different skin tone. You're more bluer.
Okay. Bluer.
Oh yes. He has to change his name to Slate now.
Slate grey. Okay, so I have a look at this picture. Could I do I recognize anybody else in it?
Roll me a intelligence check.
Oh, I knew you could do that.
Don't worry, you're good at those, aren't you?
I am good at those. That is an 8.
That's not that great.
Oh,
no.
We've been donated some bits. Thanks for the bits, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Gray, suddenly some bits goes across your face.
Ow.
You get a sudden
Dream sequence
idea
bits.
that the one in the middle, the one that's in the very priestly garbs, high up.
I'd assume
looks
that's
familiar.
Macredus. Oh.
Macredus, perhaps.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The rest of them don't ring a bell, though. Except for Charlie.
Okay. Right. But what does he look like, Macredis?
He seems to be a human.
Okay.
He's got a pure white hair that's kind
Write
of
this down.
cut off just before the ears.
Okay.
He's got a very, I guess you could say, soft-looking face. Doesn't look all that menacing. Rather jolly.
Jolly face.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just writing this down.
That's all right.
How tall is he?
He seems to be around 5'8", you think? Not particularly tall, but
Okay.
not too short.
Cool. Is there a window in this hut?
There is a single window from where you are.
Could I go up to it and have a look at my reflection, please?
You have a look in your reflection. You still seem to be elven, but not half elven.
Okay.
You seem to be
Blue-skinned,
some kind of moon
full
elf.
elf. Okay. Similar to... oh god, what was his name? Similar to Perdita, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Very similar.
Cool. Okay.
In fact, looking to your side, you actually do see on the bed there's a lovely blue scarf.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
I'm guessing I don't have my red scarf on still.
No, not currently.
Okay. I will pick up the blue scarf.
Looking outside as well. Just looking at the scenery. It is dark currently, but you've got dark vision. And your
I do.
subclass gives you super dark vision.
Okay, and I still have my
there's a lot
subclass
of
as...
broken up ice
Okay.
to the left of the building. You think you can see the ocean.
Okay, so hut, broken ice, near ocean.
Very intriguing.
Okie dokie. So this isn't the same
you
hut
hear a
then?
knocking on the door.
Huh.
And then
who's
you
there?
wake up.
Oh no! I don't get to see who's there. Oh wait, is the knocking on my actual door in the actual? Is it one of those waking up from the?
No,
from
you
the
hear a
dreams?
knocking on the door in the room you're in, and then you wake up.
Okay, so there's nobody knocking at the door in real life.
No one knocking on your actual door.
Okay.
Someone's knocking on the door.
And Lyle, you don't have a dream.
Yep.
But as you wake up, you do feel a pain on your arm, and the 14 turns to 13.
Ooh.
Oh.
You done fucked up.
I don't like this.
Okay, you're all up.
Cool.
Well, I don't know
That
about
was a
you,
dream.
Nomad, but I slept really well.
It's surprisingly nice. I say surprisingly. It's just nice being in an actual bed, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And she just stretches and like her hands reach the ceiling by mistake.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't.
The amount of times
Stop bringing real life
my
into this,
life.
guys.
Yeah, it wasn't real life. I'm a 8-foot tall furball behind the screen. Don't worry about it.
Do you sleep well, Lyle?
A lot better than I have been recently. Yeah.
You didn't toss and turn tonight, as maybe you're calming down a bit.
I think having Marion beside me helped, to be honest. As he strokes her head.
Yeah, I know what that's like. It's nice to have a friend. As Larkin strokes Freya.
Anyway, shall we get going?
Yeah, I would say we could try and have breakfast, but I don't have any money, so let's go.
Yeah, same here.
Yes, made them lose all their money.
Mhm.
Okay. Is everyone getting up and going down?
Sure.
Yep.
You kind of see, like, as you go down, Zook's at the bottom of the stairs, like, jumping. Well, not jumping, doing the jumps with his feet.
Like a scissor
Is
jump.
it?
Like-
High knees,
like
high
school
knees.
bunny.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Ah, right.
So, why are you doing that at the bottom of the staircase?
I'm waiting for Charlie. He takes forever in the morning. We're meant to do our run.
Ah, right.
That makes more sense. I do apologise. Sorry.
Who runs?
Just like, do you want me to go wake him up?
Oh, no, he's up. He's just taking his time getting ready. He has, like, his whole prayer in the morning.
Okay. I don't understand, but
I'm just impatient today.
Hmm.
Because he challenged me. He said he can keep up with me today, and if he does, we'll go to Goodmead to deal with that mission.
oh,
I
Did you
don't
say that
lose so
before
easily.
Someone cough
when you beat
haste.
him up?
yeah, we don't want to have to deal with
Well,
that
that would be
mission.
unfair if I fought him.
You know, if we weren't busy with our other stuff, I'd actually be interested in watching that. That sounds quite amusing to me.
Yes.
Well, I wish you the best on your run.
Thank you very much.
What are we doing today, everyone?
Camping.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
We're camping.
Hmm.
Survival training. Right, Larkin?
Long rest.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds fun.
I need to. I'm gonna quickly run upstairs. I forgot. I need to go get changed back into my fancy lad gear.
Oh, yes.
As I need to go off and pay my pre-bill to Timber, for I'm in fact going down. I'm yelling Timber.
And by the time you come down, Charlie has come down and Zook of them have ran off. Charlie has said, "See you later, guys."
Good luck.
Bye.
He sounds exhausted even before the run. This can only spell good things.
He didn't
I
sleep,
laughed
he
on my
had a
own
dream
heart.
as well.
Mhm.
Oh, Charlie. Has he gone? Or?
Yes. You catch him just at the door.
After you mentioned Macredus, I had a dream of him last night.
Oh, really?
Well, not him specifically, like a picture of him. You were there. It was a bit odd, really. Just thought you should know. It's a tallish bloke, white hair. Looks very jolly, right? A human.
Yeah, that's Macredus.
Yeah. Well.
Just see like Zook run back into the pub. Is that? We going?
Seems I've met him before at some point. I can't quite remember when or where, but I do seem to know him.
Where did you meet him?
Like I said, I don't quite remember when or where.
Yes, you did say that, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I should very much like to see him again. So if you embark on your quest, please do let me know.
Of course. And if you remember anything else, please let me know.
I will do. Yes.
All right, great. Now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Wait. So he rushes off.
Right, we got quite the trek, so we should probably head out soon. Lead on, Larkin.
Okay, we're going to town hall first. So, We can give the money.
All right. I forgot that part.
Okay.
We'll
So,
wait for
you're all
Nomad.
going to the town
I was going to head, just because they only know of our little group, mainly being Fancy Lad Nomad, Grey and Narf, and Lacey. So I'd try to limit
I think
potential of things going wrong and just take those three or a section of those three if I can.
I think I'll stay behind this time because I'm not disguised.
Okay.
You know, because
Great. Just you and Narf then.
Yes, I'm happy to come along.
Okay. Well then, let's go. I apologize in advance for any way that I am.
Yes, that's okay. It's just all part of the plan and disguise. We understand. We are nothing but your servants, right? Wink, wink.
Precisely. Okay. Head off back to the town hall.
Let's see if I want to swap any of my spells, as I've just had a long rest.
Gray's like flicking through his little spell book while they're walking.
I'll have that one, and I'll have that one.
Flicking through my mental spell book because I'm not a wizard.
Oh yeah. I mean, they've got to write them down somewhere, right?
Nope. No, they're all instinctual.
It's a cheat sheet on the back of the holy symbol.
That's got to be it.
It's on his eyelids when he closes his eyes. Just looks.
I've got all of my spells tattooed on the back of my eyelids.
Okay, so
really fucking hurt.
Let me see if I get this straight. So, Nomad, you're taking up the lead with Lacey and Narf behind you?
No. Lacey's not going with Nomad.
No,
Lacey's
I'm
not
going with Narth and Grey. I'm leading them
Narf
too.
and Grey, got it. What are the rest of you three doing then? Are you following but far behind, or are you going somewhere else?
I'm going to find a bench by the what's that entrance called? I'm going to find a bench by the southwest gate.
Okay. So you're going that direction.
Mm. I make sure to give everyone a reminder to meet me there before we all split up, though.
Okay. I think Lacey would probably go with Larkin. Yeah. Just because like she wouldn't know where else to go. And she wants to make sure of she's got everything right in her head about how this is going to go down. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Lyle?
I think Lyle will try and find a place on his own, like maybe like to sit down, like on a bench or chair or something. And Marion's going to be invisible, and he's going to go into her vision, and he's going to have her fly around in the hat, try and have a look for this bookstore while he waits for Nomad and that.
Okay, so shall we say you're sitting on a bench somewhere near the Northlook, just so I have an idea where you are in the town?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Somewhere out of the way.
Okay. We'll start off with your one, because that's really easy.
Okay.
Just roll me a little Yeah, we'll say investigation before, wasn't it? Or was it perception?
Before?
We'll make it perception. Perception sounds better for just looking around like that. Because you're not actually asking people or anything. Also, that's the music chat, by the way.
We've all been there. We've all done it.
What we got?
Why is Marion so good? Holy shit, 17.
Ooh,
alright. So, Marion's flying round, checking out every little building that Marion can find. And eventually, Marion does find a location. It seems to be Seems to be like a little bookstore called There Once Was. And you actually saw somebody walking out with a book, rather happy.
Okay. I will click Marion back to her. When he feels like no one's looking, he'll take Marion out of invisibility, sort of stroke her head. You're getting really good at this, you know.
Ah, well, thank you.
I don't like Marion talking.
Not too bad. I'm going to presume you start making your way to the bookstore then?
Yeah, sure. No, it's time to.
Okay. Lacey, Larkin, is there anything you two wish to talk about as you go to the southwest gate?
Yeah, I think Lacey would probably want to like talk to Larkin about equipment, because when we were in Targos, Lacey did buy some equipment that might help out on what we're planning to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she'd sort of show him her shovel and tinderbox, lockpicks, that sort of thing. Just be like, I got these, and I think I think they could be very useful.
I mean, we will need to dispose of any evidence like the cart after we're done using it. So the tinder box would be useful, and if there's any locks on the cart, I'll happily show you how to lockpick.
I think the best thing is with the shovel we could make like a trench to hide in so that we can get a good look out on them.
We need to make sure it doesn't block the road though, because we still need to
Off to the side,
be able to
maybe.
get a clean getaway.
Yeah, like off to the side, perhaps, and then we could pile it up in front of us so there's like a little lip, and then we could like look out from over the lip and be like, ooh, we see you, but you can't see us.
We could maybe try and make a snowdrift. So we have some snow covering us, and then when they get close, we can jump out.
Won't the wheels slip
Um,
on a snowdrift?
mean-
What if you did a snowdrift?
what's not a snowdrift? What's it called? Like the little holes in the side of the road where snow piles up.
I think that is snowdrift.
Snowdrift.
Yeah, snowdrift.
No,
Snowdrift
man.
works.
Lacey's just being an idiot.
just like conveniently shaped snowmen.
Careful, they're dangerous.
Quick, behind that conveniently shaped snowman.
I mean, the aim of this, it isn't to kill the people who are driving the cart. It's to get the cart with the mermaid in it. And go. So,
Yeah.
I can. What should we do? Should we try and get to it as quickly as possible and ride off? Should we?
I thought the idea was to sort of, right. So we wait until they camp, so that they leave the cart alone, and then we get in. We let the creatures out. We get away in their vehicle, and then we burn the vehicle.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna camp. Like it's only like a couple of hours to Ten Towns. So if they
not
arrive
true.
early, how long is it?
From the spine of the world, it would take about a day-ish.
Oh, never mind me. I'm an idiot. I get confused sometimes. It's actually a day.
You're
so
telling
they
me
might
I've got
camp.
an A to intelligence.
So have I. So they might camp out, but we need to be prepared to catch up to them if anything goes wrong.
Right. Yes. How are we gonna do that?
Well, I can always do that thing where I move quite fast, or perhaps there'll be other people with them, so we could try and take one of their horses and then catch up that way.
I can also move rather quickly, I think. Yes, quicker than most.
Should be useful.
It could be useful. No, wait, that's in 2 levels time. Never mind.
Freya's just
about,
shaking her head.
she's-
She's like, oh.
Sorry about what I did earlier. I wasn't thinking. I'm trying to be better.
She just puts her hand on Larkin's head, sort of just like eclipsing it. And it's just like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm over it. As long as you are.
Good. And I'll take Lacey's hand off and try and shake Lacey's ginormous hand.
She'd
It's like Andre the Giant with a fan.
yeah, she would be a bit set aback a little by him removing her hand, but then she would shake it and smile.
Mm.
Nobody else has done that before. She's eclipsed Lyle and Nomad before with her hand. This is Lacey's quest to touch all of the people's heads.
My God. Speaking of the other people,
Mm-hmm.
let's move over to them.
Oh.
So,
Who are we going to?
we're
Lyle.
going to Nomad,
No.
Grey, and Nerf.
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 So, as you guys are walking along towards the town hall, you see quite a commotion of people trying to look past these guards down an alleyway.
Sorry, can you say that again, please, Callum?
There is a crowd of people. They're trying to look past these guards down an alleyway.
Do we try to have a little peer down the alleyway?
Yep, you can have a quick little look down.
Oh, all right.
Could you all just roll me a little perception check to see if you can look through the crowd past the people?
Fucking 12.
All of us, or just Nomad?
Whoever wants to look.
Yeah, Narf would be
I'm
interested.
nosy.
He doesn't seem much with a 12.
Hey, me too, bud.
What about you, Grey? What did you get?
What was that? Perception?
Yes.
That wasn't that one.
Okay. Well, it's a
Too many
good thing that you only needed a 10.
So,
So,
hell yeah.
Grey, you don't see this, but Narf, Nomad, you're looking through the crowd, and a sudden bit of shock goes over you as you see one of the 2 humans that came to make the deal with you seems to be dead on the ground
Oh, shit.
and is currently being put in a bag.
Oh no.
Can I look for Timber around?
You cannot see any of the other members.
Is this this fellow that's dead on the ground? Is this the one that spoke to me before?
Yes.
Ah. If only I'd remembered his name over the guards.
Nobody asked for the names.
Is
No.
there any sort of physical wounds we can see? Like how he died?
Let's see. You could roll me another perception check. See if you can get a closer look.
Could I do anything else? Perception shite. Right, well, 4 I don't think is going to make it any more obvious
No, you
unless his
can't
head's
see
sticking
anything
out.
in particular.
Could have investigated. Better at that. Okay.
Investigation would mean you'd go past and have a look, a proper look.
Would the guards prevent me?
Yes. They're preventing this
Then,
crowd.
okay, yeah. Okay, but we have a noble with us, Owen of Thistle. They surely know him.
I'm a worker
Yeah.
for a noble. I'm
Okay,
not.
yeah. No,
Uh,
it's not going to start doing this then, just in case.
I'm gonna just side eye it and carry on towards the town hall to go find Timber.
We
But take
really
note
not
of this.
gonna do anything. I mean,
Okay.
I suppose there's not much we can do.
There's nothing we can do here, and I don't. potentially want to look like someone that's getting particularly involved in these people's affairs.
True.
That's smart. Hopefully the other one's still alive, otherwise this other plan's not gonna really work.
I hope they told Timber about whatever our conversation before, whatever it is that transpired.
Do we know if Timber was involved? Because you said he was quite adamant with the no. The humans were the one who offered us this.
They came to me afterwards, after the conversation with Timber.
Yes.
But I suppose that is something that we're now going to find out about.
I suppose so, yes.
Okay. So, you guys managed to get to the town hall. Hearing the words of people seem to be spreading rather quickly in 10 towns about a member of the Saviour Company is dead. What has happened? Who has done this?
Alright, which one of you got up during the night? Come on, admit it.
I was dreaming.
It was grey. So you get to the town hall.
I presume that there are the guards outside again.
Yep, there are guards outside.
I'll go up to them and is Timber of the Saviour Company here? I would like to speak with them.
Timber of the Saviour Company is not currently here, I'm afraid. He has been taken by the guards.
Taken by the guards?
Oh, shit.
The plot thickens.
Sorry.
He is a current suspect upon the death of a man named Steed.
Steed. A truly memorable
that
name.
Actually reminds me, would you please come with us?
Of course.
I think you guys were some of the people that last saw Steed before he died.
I did speak to Steed yesterday, yes.
Well, let's hope they don't make him into glue.
I knew I should have chose the other guy's name. So you free follow the guard?
Yep.
Well, I follow Nomad, who is following the guard, as this is Nomad's show.
Okay, so you guys continue on to which seemed to be a guard station. Before we go into there, we'll quickly go back over to Lyle. Lyle, you reached the bookstore.
Lyle will walk in.
Okay. You walk in. It seems to be not a particularly big store, but it's got like the giant shelves that are stocked both sides. Doesn't seem to be any real rhyme or reason to the books in the store.
Okay. Lyle, probably thinking to himself that he's not going to find anything, but he's going to try. He's going to have a look and see if he can find any books related to either Saloon or Shah.
Okay. Roll me a little investigation check as you look around then.
I'm amazing at these.
Oh, good.
You shouldn't have said that.
We've been jinxing a lot of things today, so...
We really have.
Did you not notice the sarcasm?
Oh, no, I didn't. When all else fails, blame
It's fine, he's going to roll amazing.
What did you get? A 2?
Yeah.
Is
Looking
that plus
through
anything?
all the stuff, you eventually find what seems to be a religious section. But in this religious section seems to be 2 books. One is How to Be a Religious Person for Dummies. And the other one is Why Not to Worship Bahal? Blah.
Baal.
Well,
Baal.
you mean the god of murder?
Yes.
Not the fender.
BH.
Why not?
Yes,
Worship
the god
the
of
ball.
murder.
Okay, here we go.
I was actually kind of curious about this one. He's gonna have a quick browse of it, just like a quick skim over. What sort of things does it talk about?
Well, first it says you probably shouldn't worship this god because it's illegal to murder people. It's probably not best to learn about different murdering tactics. It's not great. When you die, you will not go to a nice place like most other people that worship good gods. You go to a place only full of murder. And it keeps going on about all these negative facts about murder, not really referencing the god itself that often. One of the pages has been ripped out. Not been very looked after very well.
Curious. Is there any other descriptions of this god?
It does show a picture of its holy symbol, which is a skull surrounded by a ring of blood droplets.
Interesting.
God damn it, we're getting a
He'll
DC.
telepathically say to Marion, "You seen anything like this?"
Oh, bloody internet.
Nah.
God, we really are jinxing everything tonight.
Ellie.
I'm back.
Ellie?
I'm back. Wait. I'm back. We're back. Am I back?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay.
Oh, that stream's back.
Stream's back. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. My internet's been a little bit spotty the past couple of days.
So the
Sorry,
guy's
would you
just walked over to Lyle.
me? Hi,
Buffering again.
What? Come on, dude. We've got people watching us today.
Oh. Buffering.
I couldn't tell if you actually disconnected then or not. I was like, wait a second.
Buffering. We are buffering. Can we really
is it back
buffering?
Is it back yet?
Wicked.
It shouldn't be buffering. It shouldn't
By
be
the
buffering.
way,
Blackwell's a guy.
Even when you guys can't hear it, because
There we go.
it's gone now for me. It's not.
Hold on. What is this fucking shit? Like, what is this?
By the way, even if you guys can't hear it, I am still playing ambient music, so you may need to turn up Groovy from time to time to actually hear it.
Okay, we're back. Again.
Yeah, there's something you can help me with. I'd better keep this quiet though in case, because official religions and whatnot. Do you have any books on Saloon by any chance?
Saloon? The goddess of the moon?
Yes.
Let me go check my my list of books I have currently. You kind of see him like, one of those little boards. Starts flipping the pages. No, not currently. Nothing on Saloon herself.
Okay.
Is this a major thing or just curiosity?
Mostly curiosity, to be honest. Anyway, thank you for looking anyway. Have a good day. Lyle will exit the.
Oh, before you go, you may have not been able to find it here, but if you go to the Underglacier Library over in East Haven, it is the biggest library in all of 10 towns. You might be able to find something there.
That is actually very useful. Thank you very much.
I'm glad I could help.
Lyle will just sort of nod his head and then walk out, sort of making note of what he told him.
Okay.
What was the library called?
The Underglacier.
Underglacier.
It's really
So
cool.
you know, like those pictures where you just see the top of the glacier, but then underwater it's this huge thing.
We're doing an iceberg video. The Mystics have an iceberg. How deep does it go?
Oh, pretty damn deep. So let's move back over to Lacey and Larkin. Was there anything else you wanted to do while you're sitting there?
Nah, they're just kind of waiting for people, I think, right?
Nope.
Okay. You do actually see as you sit down, like Zook just zoom past the gate, and Charlie looks like he's very much out of breath, but somehow not too far behind.
Oh, lads.
Charlie, go!
Somehow I'll make a monk out of you.
Okay.
That
So the
was
rest
so
of you-
off tune. I'm sorry.
The rest of you get to the guard station. You are led inside. So please just take a seat here.
Of course.
Everyone takes a seat.
Yep.
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 A few moments pass, and eventually, this man walks up to you all. I'll show a little picture for you all in the Icewind Dale info.
Oh, that's a bit dark.
That is a bit dark and a bit loud.
Yeah,
It's racist, really, with who I just put up.
I was about to say, I looked at the picture and you said, that's a bit dark. I was like, Jesus
No,
Christ.
people.
Guys.
No.
God.
No. Why did you even mention that?
Oh,
Oh
no.
dear. Well,
That's this
good night,
gentleman
everybody.
Well, it's over.
Glaze over there.
Anyway, let's move on.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's move on. It never happened. So this guy kind of comes out. It's like, so you guys are some of the people that met a man called Steed?
We did yesterday. Sorry, could I have your name, please?
I am the sheriff around here. I am Markham Southwell. Yours?
I'm very sorry. My name is Owen of Thistle. I am a procurer for the Thistle family, based out of Waterdeep.
Ah, important figure. And the other two?
So these are my guards with me today. This is Grey, and this is Narf. Narf is actually a local to 10 towns. Good to have a local set of eyes to know where we're going.
Oh,
Good day.
good to meet you, Narf. And you see, when he looks to you, Grey, he looks somewhat uncomfortable when he says it. It's like, and you, Grey. Grey being a racial slur around here.
I know. It's a nickname.
As long as you don't take offense, please come with me. I just want to ask you a few questions.
Of course.
All of us?
Yes, all of you.
Okay. But I'm but a simple guard.
You can still give information.
Very well.
Hmm.
You all go into, one of those rooms with just the light at the top. There's like the metalish table. Kind of
There a
swings
mirror
back
on
and
the
forth
wall?
for a moment for whatever reason, just to add that ambience.
We weren't planning on committing crimes. Don't worry about it, police
Yeah.
chief.
This does feel like a lot for simple questioning.
You see him get like a note out. Okay, so when did you last see Steed?
Yesterday afternoon, I'd approached the person named Timber, I believe, from the Savior Company about potentially acquiring a viewing for the mermaid that is going to be auctioned off on Saturday. After getting a less than satisfactory answer, Steed approached us as we were leaving.
Okay.
I was in kind of a trance at the time.
And you? Same place as them? I imagine the guards will be with
We were all together.
Yes, we accompanied Mr. Owen
Okay,
here. Yes.
okay. And this was outside the...
This was not far
The
from
town
the
hall.
town hall, I believe.
Not far from the town hall. Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay. Did you know the man personally at all?
I can say with utter confidence that I had never met him before in my life.
And the rest of you?
Just the same. First time
Yeah.
meeting.
Never met this person before. In fact, I
Okay.
don't even remember meeting them the first time, as I was in a milk coma.
Interesting that. Milk comas are serious things.
Yes, I need to cut down to go lacto-free.
It's probably for the best.
Mm.
Anyway. So you said they came up to you after Timber left.
Yes, well, Timber had gone back into the town hall building, and as we were leaving and talking, they had approached us about potentially gathering an amount of money and giving it over to them today. That's actually why I came today. It was to pass off a small deposit to be able to acquire this viewing on Friday.
That is interesting. Okay.
Is there I know that you have Timber currently in custody, but I was curious, is there any thoughts, leads on this? It's peculiar to have all this go on with out of town people, I imagine.
It's just good to check with everybody that has spoken to the man.
Do you
Less than
happen
a
to
day
have
from his death.
Do you happen to have any leads currently, just as a intrigued?
If you're willing to continue answering our questions, I could.
Of course.
And I end up trusting you, I might be willing to share some information.
I'm willing to say as much as I need to.
So, after they said about a certain amount of gold to go see the mermaids, did you say?
Yes.
Then what? Did they give you a location to meet them?
They had said to come back to the hall today. They'd only given me a day to acquire the funds, which is plenty of time. But I was just to come back today, hand off the funds to then be able to make utter certainty that I would be able to see it alongside my two guard here.
Okay. That's so far is correct for the story. The guard that found you was near the town hall.
Mm-hmm.
So after the meeting with them, where did you go then?
I had met up with another interested party. And then from there, I believe we retired back to a local inn. I spent part of our evening there.
Which inn?
It's a struggle to really think now.
You're struggling to think?
Struggling to remember what inn I stayed in. It's difficult to try and remember, being a travelling person, what inn you stay in. You go through so many in the end. I'm very sorry.
So what you're saying is you're not sure where you was at the time that this man may have been murdered.
I'm saying that last night we three were together, and we were in an inn, but I cannot
But
remember
you
the
have
name
no
of the inn.
way of remembering the inn's name, so we cannot get confirmation of your whereabouts.
I just cannot remember the name of the inn.
Don't look at me. They served some good milk. Too good, if you ask me.
Neither of you two remember the
I
name of
can-
the inn you was in?
I know these two for sure.
Right, out
They
of character, are we being purposefully evasive?
Out of
or
character,
Do you just,
I've
or do you just
fucking
not remember
lost
the
my
name?
note.
I'm pretty sure we
Oh,
didn't even
right.
get the name of the inn, right?
It was a fucking like.
The name
No,
of,
we did. It's the
the name
mill
of the place.
something.
The name of the place we stayed in was Northlook.
North. Look, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought you
that
were just
place,
being
right.
evasive.
Yeah.
No,
That's
no.
why I thought
right, that's why I
I'm just
wasn't-
really. I was looking through my notes and trying to delay.
I generally was like,
Dreadful.
You should have just said, like, I can show you on the map where it is. Like,
Yeah. I can say with confidence that these two. I'm pretty sure it was the Northlook. If you ask, they had seen.
Opposite.
There we go, a location.
Very sorry. My mind is.
We met up
often
with our
forgetful.
friends, Zook and Charlie. You could ask them. They would verify that we were there.
Ah, some alibis. Okay.
We were there.
We'll look for a... I think I've met a Charlie before.
It's a common name.
Is it? It's really rare around here.
Oh, well.
everyone seems
Sure.
to have names like Narf or Grey or Lion.
Zook.
Yeah, I know at least 3 Narfs.
It's a fairly common name, yes. Yes.
There's
know
even a
many Greys?
halfling in this town called Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah, he was at... Oh,
Okay.
right, yeah, you weren't there, but there is a halfling called Breakfast.
Just wait here for a little bit while I just have some people check these answers you've given. You see him he gets up, kind of walks out of the room.
Are we technically under arrest? What's happening?
I don't think we're under arrest, but it's always best just to let people do their jobs, and I'm sure they'll see the truth shine through in time.
Narf cracks under
okay.
pressure.
It was me. It wasn't me. The dagger did it. No. So quite a bit of time passes, say almost an hour. The man kind of comes back in. Well, good news for all of you. You seem to be telling the truth. The owner of the tavern itself has said that you were there.
Ooh, good.
Any other questions you need answering?
Nope, that is all the questions we need from you. You're all free to go.
Wonderful. Now, my question from earlier, does that still stand? Would you be willing just to indulge me?
He shrugs his shoulders. Why not?
I'm just intrigued as to what potential leads you might have currently going off of this.
Our top lead currently, at least in my mind, is Timber himself. Due to the claw marks on the body.
Oh.
Sorry, did you say claw marks?
Yes.
What? Oh, okay. What kind of claw marks?
We're still trying to get identified exactly the type of claw marks.
Right. It wasn't snowing at the time, was it?
It's always snowing, really.
Oh, good point. Was it snowing particularly heavily?
Yes.
Ah,
Um,
right.
Our second suspect currently from Timber himself was you apparently saw the murder happen, and it was by some kind of shapeshifter.
This might be a little unconventional, but would I be able to inspect the body? I think I've seen something similar to this before.
I would like to telepathically ask Gray what he's thinking here.
Gray is not going to respond to you.
Fair enough.
I don't like where this is going.
In all due respect, sir, we've got some specialists.
Well,
and
we're in
said
town.
It was a shapeshifter. I'm a follower of Saloon.
I hope you understand. It's not that I don't trust you. However, this is something that the authorities should deal with.
Right.
I understand.
We could talk to Timber.
You wish to speak to Timber?
You can be there as well. I just would like to hear the story from his own words. You said he saw the killer himself.
Yes.
Or that's what he's saying anyway. Could we hear him speak of it? If that is allowed, of course.
You kind of see him like lean back in his chair, fold his arms.
We'll be in town for a little while,
He seems to be thinking.
If you would like any help with this, we are particularly adept, and with friends that we do have here, we could potentially.
I will allow you to speak with him. Although there will be some guards around.
Yes, of course.
One moment. You kind of see him get up. A little bit of time later, you see a couple guards and him himself kind of walk in with Timber. Oh, not you lot.
Hello.
It's an aggressive meeting.
Greetings. I was a little bit comatose last time you saw me. My name's Gray.
Yeah, you look it. Ooh. All right, let's call him Furry from now on.
Well, this is off to a good start.
Look, I've been arrested for something that I haven't done, so I'm a bit on edge.
Understandably so.
So you witnessed this murder, correct?
Well, I witnessed the ending of the murder.
What did you see?
It was a little difficult to see in the darkness, but this rather large figure with rather large claws out of its hands just slashed at him.
It was snowing at the time, right?
Yes.
Like heavily?
Yes.
Did
the newspaper
the
said
attacker,
it'd
when
be
it...
heavy snow.
Yes. When it slashed at him, was it from behind?
I kind of just saw by the time I saw them, he had already killed him. But I think it was from the front.
Okay.
No, if you had something to say.
Are you saying you have an idea of who this could be?
I've seen something similar. Not recently, but yes.
Guys, Gray's wearing a wire.
Enough?
That was the main question about what happened. What of the Steed's friend? You know, what happened to him?
What, Randall?
Randall, yes, that's what I said. Randall. I just had a bit of a cough
Randall
there.
is still in a bit of shock in the other room, as his close friend is dead.
Was he there as well? Or just
he
you
caught
and...
up just after me.
Huh. So he didn't witness anything?
Us tabaxis are quite fast.
You certainly look it.
heard of a few fast tabaxis. Faster than their own shadows, they say.
God.
It was Shadow. He's got the claws from
He
It
it.
is
ran
a
all the
shadow.
way from Neverwinter.
You'd know if it's Shadow, because the impact of his claws hitting someone wouldn't just slash across their back. The impact would just obliterate them.
There's a
He
trail
would
of
have just
snow
been
from the scene.
smushed.
Yeah. It'll be like
Anyway, back-
Saitama just punching something.
Exactly. Anyway, back to the thing.
Mhm.
So, any more questions?
But what sort of time of day, night was this?
It was last night.
Uh-huh. Where
Or-
was you going?
I guess early morning. Depends what you just
There we
consider
go.
night.
I just saw Grey like disappear off the screen. I was like, oh no.
Oh, you can tell if I've dropped out
Yep.
now. That's cool.
Yep.
As soon as I saw it, I went to get a guard. And then they took me, thinking, oh, there's claw marks. It must be the tabaxi.
I can
You see him
understand that
staring
must
at the
be.
guards as he says this.
Whilst he's talking to what's his name? Narf. Can I
Cheers.
be a little bitch? Sorry, and cast
Frank
detect
Backwell.
thoughts.
Okay, can you do me a stealth check as you're saying it in front of a room full of guards?
Well, he's like, can I be a little bitch and cast detect?
Well, it takes verbal components, doesn't it, or movements?
Yeah, I think it is just
Oh, I just remembered something I can do. I
verbal
would like
somatic.
to.
Here we go. The best
I
spell.
would like to cast Zone of
Zone of
Truth,
Truth.
please.
Yep, Grey's definitely
as
wearing
you
a
both-
wire.
So as you're casting a spell, Grey, you kind of see.
Oh no, they're aware that I've done it, even if like
Yeah, I know,
the
but that's why he's put his hands on your shoulder as you're partway through. It's like, none of that.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll
No
keep my
spells
second
here,
level
thank
spell
you.
slot then.
I feel like the same is going to happen to me. As I got a 10 overall.
And you kind of see him look at you as well. And I thought you was quite a person of high standings.
I
Cast some
do
spells
have
in here, are you?
high standings. That's why I wanted to make sure that whatever was being said, I could at least make sure it was the truth.
True. Same
So-
here.
What you're telling me is, you definitely don't have anything against these people for not letting you go see the mermaid.
I have nothing against them. I'm inconvenienced by it, absolutely. But I'm also interested. This is, if nothing else, quite a perplexing problem that
Hmm.
now has my attention more than a mermaid. It's very strange to arrive in a town and less than a day later have the person that you spoke to be killed in such a violent manner.
Indeed, it is a perplexing problem that perturbs the prosecuted.
Lock him up. He deserves to be locked up. He deserves to be locked
You
up.
kind of see like Timber just look at the guards. It's like, I am allowed a phone call, am I not? What do you mean a phone call? A stone call.
Phone call.
Phone call.
We don't have sending stones around here. Ah, but I do. I would like to go talk to my employer. Come on, let me go. You can go. You free. You're free to go. Timber, back to the other room. And I get my call? No, you do not get your call yet. Out you free go.
Okay. Gonna head on out, scooch on out.
Alright.
I kind of really want to go investigate the body.
Same.
What was the guy's name again? Sheriff Marcus? Because I was talking in the middle of it.
I
Sheriff
think in
Marcus.
the picture it actually says it at the bottom.
Do it.
Markham Southwell.
Malcolm Southwell.
Malcolm.
No,
Markham.
Malcolm.
Fuck.
Malcolm.
I put down Marcus for some reason.
Close enough. He doesn't look like a bad guy. He just looks very serious.
Seriously bad.
Oh no.
Cool.
Are you
So,
guys standing outside now?
what are you three doing?
I want to kind of head back
Oh.
over towards the body area, to be honest.
Is that what you two are doing? All three of you?
Yeah, I'll follow you. I want to go to where the body was.
Okay.
I need to
As
inspect
you guys
this.
get to the alley, you see the crowd's kind of gone, and the body has been taken.
I'd like to have a
Oh, their
little look around.
footsteps.
There's a
In the
lot of
snow.
footsteps from the crowds.
Oh, this is where we need Larkin to track them.
I'd like to have a little look around and just have a little investigate. This isn't the alley that me and Steed, or we and Steed
No, this
spoke
is not
in.
that alley. This is a little ways away from the actual town hall.
Could I just have
Before
like
we
a little?
get deep into this,
sorry.
was there anything the other three wanted to do as we're nearing the end?
The bomb goes off, everyone dies. This is the end.
Nope, that's a no from Lacey, Larkin, Lyle.
I mean, they would have taken a while after being interrogated, right?
They would have taken a while,
Yeah,
yes.
like
Quite a few hours.
Yeah, I think at that point Lacey would have like gone in to check on them, but like seen the commotion and just got kind of distracted.
Okay.
So she's not with Larkin anymore. She'd be like in the town, just sort of like watching what's
Okay,
going
so
on.
Lacey's looking around town. Lyle, was you doing anything else?
What does Lyle see when he comes back?
From his what?
What
When
does he see when he comes back?
When he
Like,
gets back to where? The Northlook.
yeah, where he was before.
When you get back to the Northlook, you kind of see Charlie absolutely knackered. Just on the floor. But Zook looks a little annoyed. It's like, okay, so you're kept up. Fine. We'll go fight a giant.
Yeah,
Yes. Go on, my boy.
Come on, Charlie.
we're invested in this
Charlie,
side story.
in his final breath, points at him and goes, ah, and then falls down.
We're invested in this till he comes back flat as a pancake.
Well,
Can't wait till he's a level 20 monk.
at least he's like disciplined enough. Like, really showed he can do it.
I see your
If he'd been
prototype.
decent.
There, he's getting okay.
So are you going off on that crazy mission now with him?
Yes, we're gonna go fight a goddamn giant.
Rather
Did
you
it say
than
what
me.
kind of giant? Sorry.
You don't know what type of giant is.
Rather you than me, especially without pay.
Yeah, but you know, it's for the good of good meat, so they can actually survive, which is a good cause, I understand, but God, it's a giant.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna have to practice jumping up. How am I supposed to kick it in the face? Although if I kick it in the shin, it'll
was
put
gonna
its
say,
head
just kick it
down,
in the
and then I
shin.
kick it in the face.
Now, this is where
Yes.
spells are helpful.
Standing
It's
It's
straight.
like the classic.
Classic.
Anyway, where's the rest of them?
Oh,
As we go
those-
back to the
those-
others. So, what did you roll, Nomad?
You didn't tell me to roll. Would you like me to roll what
Oh,
investigation?
I thought you was
or-
investigating.
Yes. Don't worry, it's a 1.
Can I investigate?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Why is
Okay,
there so much snow? I hate the snow.
Investigation is. Where is my investigation? Oh, it's +0. Brilliant. That was a 3 though.
Can North investigate?
There's not even really any much footprints down the alley, aside from what you presume is the guards. You have it
Is
on
there
a
anybody
feeling
around?
that the snow covered up anything else that was here.
Is there anybody around?
There's a few people walking by the alley every now and then, having a little look down.
Is there
Hearing
anybody
the
that
news.
seems to be like stood nearby that isn't just passing?
No, not particularly. They just seem to all be walking by.
Fair enough. Is there a lot of blood?
There doesn't seem to be actually that much blood. Like there's a
Okay.
few little dots, but
Fair enough. Is that
they
because
either
it's been
cleaned
like...
it up rather quickly, or not that much
Yeah.
blood was shed.
Right, that's a bit different then.
I'd probably Lacey would probably look around for the others like a lot. Yeah.
Going on an adventure.
Did she find them?
Roll me a d20. It's a big town,
That one.
and you have no clue where they'll be. What do you get?
Yep. I'm feeling. Oh, that was the last campaign.
That was the last campaign. Was that a 1?
Yeah.
Ah, don't worry.
That's the first time I've rolled tonight.
Oh, was
Oh,
it?
really?
We haven't actually done many rolls today.
I've not
have we?
done any
I
rolls.
know, I think I've done like
I
2
don't-
rolls.
I don't think I've rolled at all tonight.
To be fair, we're having fun role playing. Like, come on.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be rolls all the
Of
time.
course not.
By the way, Larkin is currently lying down on a bench with his coat over him.
Someone
Okay, well,
just
over.
throws a couple coins into your coat. Big
But Lacey, you don't find them, but you do see something rather interesting as you're walking by.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I like.
You see this rather large lady in like a fur kind of armor. The armor actually looks like it's got like stripes across it.
How large we
Makes
talking?
you think of a tiger. Not as tall as you,
Okay.
but quite tall for what looks to be a human.
Okay.
And it's currently refusing to be taken by guards.
Hmm. What? Can I listen into what is being said?
Yeah, it's pretty loud. She seems to be shouting about, "You're arresting me for no reason. I knew I shouldn't have come to 10 towns. This place is absolutely ridiculous. I knew you'd hate my kind. Miss, just come with us. It's just going to be a few questions. A few questions, my ass."
Looking at her, does she look like a shapeshifter of sorts?
Just roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, I'm good at those. That's a 4.
No, you don't get any ideas of shape-shifting from her. But you do realise an interesting factor about her is her nails do look rather long and pointy.
Okay.
It is Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah, Nomad is sprinting.
No. Right. I think Lacey would just kind of keep to herself, just sort of watching the commotion. She just kind of like try and get a better gauge of the situation by watching. Yeah. I mean, I haven't really rolled very well, so.
You actually see at one point as the guards like properly try to grab onto her, she's starting to almost, you get an idea of when she looks at the other two, her eyes almost change slightly, almost like slits.
Oh.
Does it remind you of someone?
Is she going to attack them? Does it look like?
She looks very much like she's about to attack them.
Can I
Alright.
hear this commotion from where I'm standing?
Lay.
No. Lacey's
Alright.
gone quite a distance from you.
Alright, Lacey will like run behind the guards and is just like,
Wedgie them.
would you like my help?
What, to detain this one? Yes, please. She's rather strong.
And Lacey grabs her paintbrush and just stares her down and is like, they just want to ask you some questions. Please.
It won't just be questions, I'm sure of it.
This doesn't need to be, you know, difficult.
As you say this, Lacey, you're getting like a familiar vibe, literally from larking, as you think you see like a bit of fur starting to grow. But let's see.
Shit.
She seems to slowly calm down.
Huh?
Fine. A few questions. But you are not holding on to me. Hands off, fellas.
What is your name?
My name is Trisha.
Trisha, if you're more than an hour, I will come and check on you. And she just like slightly smiles, like a sort of apologetic smile.
She doesn't really say anything. She just looks at you a bit weird, like, why are you helping? But nods.
Mm-hmm.
As at this point, you see a couple kids kind of run past you, Lacey.
Mm.
And they said, "Hey, look at this brand new watch I got. It says it's closing time for the Mystic Tavern."
Whatever that means.
And then you go out of your trance for there for a moment, Lacey, and follow them.
Yay. Did we finish up with all the other characters, or I can't remember.
Well, the other characters are Larkin is laying on a bench.
Uh-huh.
Lara was talking to Zook and Charlie. And the other three were failing very much on their investigation checks.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I just didn't know. Well, thank you very
Got
much.
an average
everyone,
of 2.
for tuning into the Mystic Tavern. Please join us tomorrow.
Yeah, cheers.
When our
Rise of the Infernal Lords.
Our overlay won't be quite as impressive as tonight, but hey.
Not yet.
Something might happen. Something cool. Right, Lewis?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where you guys go after the big fight.
Yeah. So, please remember, we have a Twitter, which I'm actually using sometimes. We also have a YouTube where all the VODs will be uploaded. Completely unedited, but they're still there if you want them. Yeah. Hope you all sleep well, and remember, always brush your claws. Good night.
They get better. They get better.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.